Welcome everybody back here on a Thursday. We're back here with the Goat Locker Racing Truck Series. We've got the playoffs, round of six here tonight. So we got six drivers here tonight that are competing for those final four spots next week at Auto Club. Should be a lot of great racing here at Richmond night. 140 laps. A little bit smaller of a field, as the guys have dropped out of the playoffs. They've, I don't know, I guess they're taking a vacation or something, Jamie.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing to see the drop off, but I mean it's not unexpected. So hopefully everybody will get rejuvenated and get ready for season three for the first of the year and field sizes. But we'll take what we got tonight. 16 cars here to get around Richmond. Set the final four for the playoffs going into championship week next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. And right now we have your six championship drivers, or playoff drivers, I should say, at this point in time, up on the screen here. Nathan Bauer in that number 971 from Simbox Motorsports is leading the way with 2,010 points. It is four wins this season, coming off the win last week at Nashville Superspeedway. Joe Yakes right now, our regular season champion with 2,009 points and three wins on the season. Scott Rankin, and right now sitting on the pole for the race here this evening with 2,003 points and one win. Regis Clark is going to be on that cut line right now with 2,002 points and his one win. And then Alex Cruz and Jake Ham right now are the two outside looking in. A little bit of a mistake on the graphic there, but both of those gentlemen have 2,000 points. So we're going to see. We're going to cut this field down to four, and we're going to crown a Season 2 champion next week at Auto Club Speedway. But for tonight, let's get some short track racing on.
Yeah, nice recovery for Scott Rankin and win the pole here tonight. He had a rough start to the playoffs last week. Looking to be pretty strong here tonight at Richmond, taking the pole. We'll see if that's going to translate into a win to put him into that final four for next week.
Yeah, he's always been real strong here, so anxious to see what he does. But we got the starting lineup here for tonight, and Scott Rankin is the pole winner here this evening in that number 49 machine from Indy Auto Sports. Just outside is going to be Nate Maurer in that number 971 from Simbox. Starting third, Joe Yakes in that number 87 machine from Indy Auto Sport. To his outside, David Camara in that 02. Starting fifth, Jamie Mullins in the 66 from Grave Intentions Racing. Starting in sixth is Timothy DeLucas in the number 59. Starting seventh is Doug Neal in the 977, the other Simbox Motorsports entry. To his outside, another one of our playoff drivers, Regis Clark in the number 8 machine. Jake Ham, another playoff driver, is going to roll off in ninth position in the number 3.
Look at that qualifying.
Starting in 10th, Jacob Ellingson in his brand new direct drive wheel. And that number 27 from Salty Dog Motorsports. Our Goat Locker Racing's own Alex Cruz in the number 5 machine is going to roll off in 11th. Another one of our playoff drivers. Tony Minton in the number 14, going to roll off 12th. Starting in 13th is Mike Bertosa in the 43. As we know, Jamie Barkis isn't running here tonight. Neither am I, but Greg Barnett's going to roll off, and we're going to call it 14th position. 15th is going to be Brandon Wallace, and rounding out the field, starting shotgun, Greg Swervin Sherman at the number 24 from Pennsylvania Racing. And that, my friends, is your starting lineup here for the night race at Richmond.
Yeah, should be a good show here tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's a small field, but look, I mean, there's a lot of quality drivers here in this field, so they really should be getting after it. It's a short track, but with this small field, they're going to have quite a bit of room here, so it'll be fun to watch. I think it's going to be pretty exciting, and I think it's going to be pretty close battles.
I do too. And Richmond's one of these tracks, and I know, Jamie, we've talked about it a couple different times. I never was a big fan of it. Got some track time with you a few different occasions and really kind of grew to love it more and more and really understand how to race it. You can probably explain this the best. I mean, these are two completely different corners and how you have to race them, and you can even almost call the front stretch a corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Different banking throughout the track. Quite a bit of banking for a short track in 1 and 2, and really flat running, 3 and 4. And then you go back up on the banking coming from that trial there. So, for being a 3/4 mile track, it races like it's bigger. And it's wide. It's really wide out there. So there's plenty of room to work around the driver. So should be exciting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like last week's race, I mean, 100 laps at Nashville Superspeedway, and they ran it from green to checker, green flag stops, tight racing action all night long. You know, and I expect the same here. We put them on a short track for the cutoff race, let them beat and bang at it here, and you know, I won't say there might be some hot tempers here tonight after the race is over, but hey, that's what playoff racing's all about. And again, I mean, we've got 6 playoff drivers, but we've got 10 other trucks out here tonight going for a win.
Yeah, very true. You got we got 3 of those playoff drivers right here in the top 3. So Big Bauer showed last week that he's gonna do what he has to do to win.
Green, green flag is out. Looks like Scott Rankin gets one hell of a start there. Pulls away from Nate Maurer there in the 971 up in second place. Joe Yanks is going to clear for third, as it looks like a lot of the field is starting to get themselves sorted out in single file here. As we're going to complete lap number 1 of the round of 6 here tonight. Scott Rankin is going to lead lap number 1 here tonight, and is showing some muscle at number 49.
Sure is. Got a good start there. Not sure if maybe Nate Maurer was sleeping a little bit there. Definitely Scott didn't go early. He went when the green came out. But, he shot out of there like a rocket. He is continuing to build this lead. He's not using up too much tires doing that, but we'll see.
Yeah, and as we were talking a little bit pre-race, you had a chance to run with Scott Rankin and some officials at Richmond, and he knows this track well.
Oh, he does. He's really fast here. It's very tough to pass, for sure. So, yeah, if you let him get out front and get too far ahead, he's going to wrap this thing up pretty quickly tonight.
And as we kind of look at the field here right now, we'll check in on a couple of our other playoff drivers. And Scott Rankin has really pulled away from the field here a little bit. 1, 2, 3, top 3 spots controlled by our top 3 playoff drivers right now. Dave Maurer runs back in second position. Joe Yates sitting in third. Head back and take a look at Regis Clark running in 6th, so he's already been able to gain a couple positions. Jake Ham also gained a couple positions and now finds himself up in the 7th position. And right now, Alex Cruz is back in 11th position, but if we know Alex plays the long run every single time.
Yeah, we got a truck that was slow going through the trial there, and then got the truck down to the inside and letting everybody get around. Maybe that was 43 in Mike Bertosa. I couldn't quite check that number.
Yes, sir, as we see him still trying to get back up to speed here. Looks like he's got some right front damage to that 43 machine. But everybody keeps it straight here, and we continue on. And we'll continue to keep track of our playoff drivers throughout this evening here. But, you know, a couple of these guys like Alex Cruz and Jake Ham are going to need to get up here and mix it up because they're down on points. I mean, they're both sitting there with 2,000 points. But guys like Nate Maurer's got 2010, so quite a comfortable lead right now. So these guys are really going to have to get up here and get their trucks up into the top 5 if they're going to be able to advance.
Well, you know Alex is going to not be anything but patient.
True.
He has one spot. He does have his truck into the top 10, and that's his truck 11th. So we'll definitely keep an eye on him. It'll be interesting to see if him and Regis Clark hook up and come through the field like they did last week, pretty much nose to tail. Much of the race until late race, they kind of got separated a little bit. Alex ended up on the better end of that one. We'll see how that works this week. And now he's been up another spot. He's up tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Something else. So just ignore me.
You're on.
Scott Rankin continues to maintain his pace here, 0.8 of a second lead over Nathan Maurer.
Yeah, as we are now on lap number 11 of our scheduled 140 here tonight in the round of 6. It looks like the 02 of David Camara is starting to move his way up as he's worked his way around the 87 truck of Joe Yates. So the 02 showing some speed early on here. Joe Yakes tries to cross him up, so those two trucks will race door to door down through 1 and 2. Joe Yakes thinks a little bit better of it, heading down into 3 and 4, understanding his playoff position, and just settle back into that 4th position right now.
Yeah, some guys, they just can't help themselves. They see an opportunity to make a pass, and even if it's not an advised situation, they, going to try to do it.
That's
He's just thought better of it now and drops back and forth. Understands that right now he's in the final 4 for next week, so there's no reason to put himself in harm's way. Continuing the battle with David Mayer here, so.
Yeah, and Joe's a smart driver. We've obviously had a chance to interview him post race many different times, and he'll talk about his strategy and his racecraft, and really just having a full understanding of the race, that he doesn't need to get up there and push the issue, and he knows where he needs to be. So always a smart driver, but again, Scott Rankin continued to show the muscle here, but it seems it's kind of leveled off a little bit.
It has. Scott gave up a tenth or two back to Nathan, but now kind of regained that lead, sitting right there just about 8 tenths of a second out. It's holding steady. Really good race to this point.
Yeah, and these drivers have been racing with each other all season long. And as the season has continued, we've seen more and more of this, JD, where we have these long green flag runs. We've had green flag races. I can't remember a race as of recently we didn't have green flag stops. So these drivers have really learned how to race each other and race around each other and do it cleanly. So these have been a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to call.
Absolutely.
As we're checking out the 971 of Nate Maurer right now. Again, it leads the season with 4 wins the season, coming off that win last week at Nashville Superspeedway. Him and Cody McElwain in the number 6 machine kind of tangled up there at the end, but he got on the better end of it and was able to bring that truck home with the win, gained himself an extra couple bonus points, so that puts him top of the leaderboard when it comes to those advancing to Auto Club next week right now. But as we're starting to fall back of Scott Rankin a little bit. It's opened up to almost 9 tenths of a second now.
Yeah, I was curious to see what was going to happen with Scott's tires. Maybe getting a little too excited and running a little too hard there in the early going. The early going is still early, but he took off. So it got such a good start. Started race. I kind of thought maybe he was pushing this a little too hard, but he appears to continue to extend this lead now. Almost a full second.
Yeah, we'll go back in, and as we focus there, and we saw Joe Yakes fall back to 4th position. As Jamie Mullins is starting to pull up here solidly in the top 5, and has decided to bring that 66 truck up into this race for 3rd place. So those 3 trucks right now tangling it up. Regis Clark continues to move himself up through the field. He has moved up into the 6th position right now. Doug Neal, who had a very tough race last week, has got himself up, sitting in 7th position, right where he qualified. 2 drivers on the outside looking in right now is Jay Cam in that number 3 machine, and then Alex Cruz sitting back there in 10th position in the number 5. But as the run goes on here, we'll keep an eye on that number 5 machine, as we've talked about many times. He tends to be that long run truck here, so he's back there protecting his equipment. But he finds himself 8.5 seconds back right now, Jamie, and that's quite the gap.
Half a lap down, leader at this point. That's a lot to make up, especially if this race continues to go green. There's patience, and then there's sometimes you just gotta go.
Yeah, I would fully agree with you. Now we see the 66 truck make his way around the 0-2 there, so Jamie Mullins up into the 4th position. Sets his sights on Joe Yakes, trying to get that truck up into the top 3. So a very solid run tonight for that 66 machine with the mustache above the bow tie. Yeah, I wouldn't have too much to say about a mustache on the front of a truck either. So, no. There's got to be something behind it. Not sure what it is. Maybe it's a remnants from Movember. Who knows?
I I think it has something to do with the goalkeeping, if I remember
Okay.
correctly. I could be wrong, but I think that I feel
Now,
like I remember him sitting in something, but
I
I
think
can't
that
remember for sure.
one of these days we probably should write some stuff down, huh?
Yeah,
This
that'd be
week.
a good idea.
Eh,
That'd be like kind of professional.
uh, yeah, there's things we excel at, Jamie, and there's things that we're not. I think we're just both of that age that I'm done trying
I'm
to
gonna
improve
go,
on other
Jay.
things here.
Sorry.
Talk about improvement. Nathan Maurer right now gained a couple tenths on Scott Rankin here. It's as close as he's been since the green flag fell.
Yeah, as they continue to kind of trade lap times back and forth here. Right now, it looked like that last time by Joe Yates and Jamie Mullins were the fastest on the track by about a tenth of a second. But both of them find themselves about 2.5 seconds back of our leaders here. But Nathan Bauer slowly but surely reeling in Scott Rankin right now as we are getting ready to come up on lap number 30 of our scheduled 140 here tonight. These guys can go about 72 to 75 laps on a tank of fuel. So again, most drivers would probably be looking at cutting this thing in half and seeing another run like we did last week where it goes green the entire way. So we're still a long ways away from pit stops as well.
And we're about 5 laps, maybe less. Scott Rankin's going to start getting some laps here. Got some guys out in front of him, racing for positions.
Go low, Brandon.
We're going to have to see how this plays out when he gets there. Looks like Greg Sherman and possibly Brandon Wallace battling it out for 14th place.
Well, we all know Brandon Wallace is an absolute hazard. So, Scott, I wish you the best of luck. That's true. We love you, Brandon. As a matter of fact, we love anybody that shows up to our broadcast. Anybody that decides to hang out and come race with us. Again, as we talked a little bit last week, man, do we have some exciting stuff coming up for Season 3 of the Truck Series and Season 2 of the Super Lates. We've got new sponsors coming on board. Not going to make any of those announcements, so don't even ask. We got some great sponsorships coming up, some new swag material coming out. Can't wait to bring a lot of these drivers back into some of these series, and then some more veteran events and veteran fundraising things that we're going to do. So super excited to crown a champion in the Truck Series next week. We'll crown a champion in the Super Late Model Series next week as well, as iRacing decided to have a little bit of fun with us last Tuesday. So next week, if you really want to tune into some marathon racing, the Super Late Model Series on Tuesday is going to have a doubleheader. We're going to start off the night. Oh, Bertosa up into the wall. I think
everybody get by.
I believe
he
they
almost got Nate Maurer when he came off the wall the first time, and then he bounced and he went back up into the wall. Pretty sure trying to bury it into the wall, but it looked like it was bouncing off again. I wasn't sure if Joe Yates was going to get from there or not. It looks like Joe did, so, man.
Now we got
a battle for the lead.
Yep, as it looks like Nate Maurer has definitely closed up on the back end of the 49 truck here, so we'll keep an eye on this as they're coming up on Greg Swervin Sherman, and he's giving him the green light to go low. So both trucks should be able to get by. No sweat here. There's a lot of damage to that number 24 truck. It looks like he got hit in the left rear there at some point in time during this race. But, these guys trying to avoid wrecking trucks, and a couple lap trucks here has really kind of drawn Joe Yakes up a little bit further. And this has been the battle for the lead here is heating up. Back to us talking about there on Tuesday night. We'll have that doubleheader. We'll start off the night at the Bull Ring for 75 laps there, and then we're going to turn right back around at 9 p.m. and we're going to have our race at Five Flags to close out the Super Late Model season. So I guess there's really no better way to close out the Super Blades with a doubleheader that ends at 5 flags.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Looks like it's gonna be able to be there.
Guys.
You guys have fun.
Looking forward to it. That has been such a fun series. We've had an absolute blast with it. It's been about 10 to 15 drivers, which has been awesome. And we get in there and just have a really great time and had some really great races. And as of the last couple of races, there's been a bounty on my head. So $20 to anybody that can come out and beat me next week. And I know a couple drivers are looking forward to that, and it's just added some fun into it. So I fully expect to get dumped at some point in time next week. And I'm not going to, no, I don't want to even say, I just fully expect to get dumped next week. Somebody's going to get that $20 one way or another.
Yeah. We got a new leader here on lap 40, 8 hour, and led that last lap.
So those two continue to battle side by side. Neither one of them giving any ground to the other. Scott Rankin with that high line has been able to get off the corners just a little bit better that time around. Nate Maurer sends it in deep. Scott Rankin up into the wall. Pushed it a little too hard there. Looks like Nate Maurer washes up a little bit in 3 and 4. Scott Rankin into the wall again.
So far, he's avoided hurting the front end of the truck. Kind of slapped his back. So a little cave in there around that right rear wheel. Front's fine, so shouldn't be any problem for him. Now you got Joe Yakes, and Joe Yakes for sure. He's got within a second of the leader now. And Jerry Long about 27 minutes. Made up quite a bit of ground, while Nate and Scott were racing door to door there for several laps.
Yeah, and these tires are really going to start showing up at this point in time. I mean, we are 43 laps complete of our scheduled 140 here tonight. So I know we're going to have some ill-handling trucks. And I'm sure a lot of these guys would love nothing better to see a yellow. But sorry, guys, you're too good at race truck drivers. You guys just don't wreck enough anymore. Gosh, there goes Bertosa again. As we see him loop, and there is the caution. Caution has come out for Mike Bertosa as he is having a tough night here tonight, Jamie.
Okay, sorry, everyone.
We'll watch it come through the corner here. Comes off the corner, and that truck just steps out from underneath and locks it down. Just barely taps that inside wall, but comes to a stop, brings out the caution. I expect all drivers to come down pit roads, get them a set of tires here. As we see our leaders coming right now. So that'll allow some of these other guys in the back to get caught up too.
In front of me, and it just screwed everything.
So the leaders are coming down pit road. We'll watch these pit stops go underway here. Oh, as Joe Yakes looks like he had to back up just a smidge to get into his box.
Stops are going to matter.
Nate Maurer is going to beat everybody off of pit lane there, just ever so slightly. Jamie Mullins is going to roll off third, so Joe Yakes does lose one position coming off of pit road.
I'm pitting.
We are under caution. Our first caution here of the evening on lap number 46. Now lap number 47. We're scheduled 140 here this evening. A lot of great racing here tonight. We saw Scott Rankin really control this race from the very beginning.
They gave me a black flag for passing under yellow. I didn't pass anybody.
And it looks like we're having a couple things come up right now, as I've heard a black flag for passing under yellow from somebody here. So let me see if I can't get this taken care of.
How do you get a black flag when you're the lucky dog?
And we'll clear that out. And we'll get back to a prettier screen here. Hey, look at me, Jamie. Broadcasting and race controlling.
For some reason, I'm not here. I must not have chat on or something. These comms. Check that. Got going, but still kind of flying blind here. You know, it's laptop, not my normal setup. I hate this on.
That's got to be tough,
It should
man.
be. Well, it looks really good. I can say that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here staring at 4 monitors. I can't imagine trying to do it on a laptop screen.
Yeah, but it does look good. I wish. I wish my displays looked this good when I'm older. Racing.
Yeah,
This is phenomenal.
that always gets a little bit. You lose some quality as the screen gets a little bit bigger. We're not telling anything that anybody else doesn't know here, but you know, I race with triple 32s, and oh well, we race with the same monitors. What am I talking about?
But there's a big difference between the 1080p and
Yep.
this huge difference. Now, granted, there's this computer wouldn't be this laptop wouldn't be able to run triple at this quality either. So it'd be really nice when the day comes.
Pace truck is off. Nate Maurer has control of this field. Going to hold him down here a little bit. Launches.
Scott stays right with him. He's not getting his great start he probably was hoping to get. He is going to clear Scott going into turn 1 and 2, so he will be.
Scott took that high entry to get the run coming off.
Go ahead,
He's
Ryan.
going to have to run. Yeah, he took a high entry into 1 to really power that truck through that corner. Gets down to the inside. What a sneaky little move there from the Australian Scott Rankin. He is going to clear him. Ooh. Back to the lead. The 49 truck and Scott Rankin. And here comes Jamie Mullins.
Jamie Mullins wanting to get after this lead right now. You don't have as many cars, trucks to pass as you did in the first run. I feel really good right now.
As we're seeing some of the guys battle throughout the field here. A lot of battling going on. As we see the battles on for 4th position right now, as Joe Yakes is falling back to 6th position. Just not able to get that truck wound up on the outside here. So lost 1 position on pit road and a couple here on the racetrack. Still comfortably will make it into the round of 4 next week in the championship 4, but got to be frustrating for that 87 truck right now. As the back end of the 0-2 of David Cameron showing all kinds of damage. Looks like looked like he backed it into a telephone pole. I mean, that thing's got a U shape in it.
Still getting around the track pretty good, so it must not be hurting too bad.
I mean, are there telephone poles he could have backed into? That is the craziest looking damage I've seen.
Hours, the entire got rated. Want to get that lead back.
I think both of these guys realize, you know, as the runs go on, who wants to be out in front. But Scott Rankin has kind of proven that he is better on that mid to outside line. You know, he kind of tends to like to arc it down and drive his truck up off the corner. But these guys are going to battle side by side, as we saw towards the end of that last run. This time by, Nate Moore is able to clear him, but here comes Scott Rankin with a big run.
This isn't going to quit.
No. And again, he takes that big arc into the corner, tucks that 49 truck down. I think he got a little bit of the apron there, wasn't able to really get that thing powered up like he wanted to. And Jamie Mullins has got the best seat in the house right now.
Said this was going to be exciting.
Oh.
Said it was going to be close racing. Got to get after it.
See, Joe Yakes has now been able to get around the 0-2 of David Cameron. So he moves himself back up into 5th position, right behind his teammate Jake Ham, who now has started to work his way up through the field. But I'm telling you, one of these top 4 drivers is going to have an issue for a guy like Jake Ham or Alex Cruz to make it to that championship 4 next week. Right now, I believe Jake Ham would be into the championship 4 right now with Regis Clark running back in 7th position. So it's still anybody's game.
Right now, Alex Cruz is just not making up really any ground. Kind of stalls in that 9th running spot. Now Jake Ham is putting pressure on Jamie Mullins. Mullins looks to the inside of Scott Rankin. Everybody out here fighting for every piece of real estate they can get.
That's what we love to see. As we told these boys, earlier before the playoff starts, there's no preferential treatment out here. Everybody comes out here to race to win. And love seeing some of these other guys get up here, these non-playoff drivers, get up here and mix it up and challenge these guys. Love to see a truck like the 66 get up here and mix it up with these top guys. And we're seeing some of these other trucks like the 02 as well get up here and mix it up.
Yeehaw! This is your good short track racing.
We'll go back in and check in on Alex Cruz here in the number 5 machine as he runs back in 9th position. Let's check in on Jake Ellingson, the driver of the number 27 machine in that really awesome looking Army truck. A lot of family names on that truck. Of course, the big Goat Locker logo on the back of it, which we really appreciate, Jake. And as we said it, on the starting lineup, got his brand new direct drive wheel today, so he's out there wheeling it, probably arms feeling like Jello right now.
Oh yeah.
Let's give a shout out to a couple drivers we haven't had a chance to highlight tonight. Timothy DeLucas in that 59 truck running back in 12. There's old Tony Minton in the number 14 machine. Brandon Wallace, Mr. Irrelevant in that number 99. Greg Swervin Sherman in that number 24 machine right there. Unfortunately, we've had the chance to highlight Mike Perdosa a couple different times tonight. Not for the reasons I'm sure he wanted to be highlighted. But check in on that other Simbox truck, the 977 of Doug Neal. It looks like, take a look at Regis Clark's nose, and I'm pretty sure I can tell you where the damage to the 02 came from.
Does it look like a telephone pole?
Oh, well, it's the nose of that 8 machine is all beat up. So if I had to put tab A into slot B, I think I know what happened, Jamie.
Back into 4th. David Camara is trying to bring that 02 right along with him.
Those two trucks run side by side. Joe Yates able to clear. Now the 02 is trying to get underneath him. Oh my goodness.
David Mullins now gotten his truck to the inside of Scott Rankin. This pass here to take over 2nd place.
Not quite able to do it as of yet. But coming up this time, we're going to be halfway through. A lot of great racing here tonight from Richmond Speedway. This is the Goat Locker Racing Truck Series Playoffs round of 6. And again, 2 drivers tonight going home from the playoffs. And we'll set our championship 4 for Auto Club next week.
Told you at the beginning of this, Scott Rankin's really hard to pass. He's finding that out right now.
He sure is.
He can get to the inside of him, but Scott uses that outside line so well that he ends up just having to fall back in line, trying to set up the pass again.
We see our top 2 drivers taking 2 completely different lines here. And speaking of Scott Rankin here, why don't we go behind the wheel of that number 49 machine and see how he navigates Richmond Speedway here. We talked about a couple different times as he heads off into turn 1, off the gas for quite a bit of time. You see him arc it down to that yellow line to get a good solid drive up. As those trucks get a little bit light coming out of the corner, turns 3 and 4, much different, a little flatter. And again, waiting on the gas, and then constantly turning all the way through the front stretch here. And then rinse and repeat right back down into turn 1. So hardly ever not turning the steering wheel here, Jamie.
Oh, yeah. You're never going straight at Richmond. Well, maybe
Sorry about that,
2
Greg.
seconds down the backstretch. That's about it.
Don't worry about it, dude. Don't try to let me lie. I'm not getting laps here. It's just a little loop there.
As we continue to watch Scott Rankin here try to track down that number 971 of Nate Maurer. We got a truck down low. I believe that's Mike Bertosa again on the back stretch.
I definitely appreciate his determination to keep going. He is definitely having a rough night. But, he's doing the right thing. He's keeping the truck out of the way of the leaders, regrouping when they get around.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Tough night, though. Another driver we haven't had a chance to call tonight is Greg Barnett in that number 38 machine. Another one of my favorite paint schemes in that POWMIA truck. And Greg Barnett's really been a lot of fun to race with. He races in the super lates with us as well, so good to see him out here. Having himself a decent night, up 5 spots from where he started to the 11th position. So having himself a pretty good night. Oh, boy, Mike Bertosa looked like he wanted to make a pass on the 38, and that truck got loose on him again. But hey, there ain't no quitting that man's game.
Nope.
Come hell or high water, he's going to finish this race. And a kind of a role reversal here a little bit. Nate Maurer, during this run, has now been able to stretch out to a second lead. Scott Rankin and Jamie Mullins kind of continue to battle there. Joe Yakes has kind of cinched his truck up into that battle for second, third, and fourth, as all those trucks are within about 7/10 of each other. We're starting to get a little bit long in the tooth here in this run as well, as we're a little over 30-something laps into this run. 33 laps into this run.
Yeah. Seems like they're just getting going here, and they're putting some laps into it. That's crazy. That's going pretty fast.
We're still running 22-second laps, well, 23-second laps right now. So laps click by fast here at Richmond International Speedway. A lot of great racing still left to go here tonight as these guys continue to race around the track here. Alex Cruz, again, has moved up into that 9th position. Hasn't quite fallen as far back as we saw him before, only 5.7 back. But again, he's got a lot of ground to make up, Jamie, if he's going to try to get into the championship four. And I've just not seen the speed out of that 5 truck tonight.
No, but it is definitely better this run than it was the last time. Maybe, like I said, maybe just being patient, waiting, hoping that there's going to be that caution late darkness. We'll see. I mean, it's not like he's far off. I mean, he's within a tenth of a second. 7th, so he still got a shot at it. It's not over yet.
Nope, it definitely is not. Because now the gap from first to second is extended out to about almost 1.3 seconds now. So 971 now showing a little bit more muscle on this long run.
Yeah, he's really running that truck really hard this run. Maybe he was just being conservative on that first. Stephen Scott implemented. He's seen it. He's after it.
Scott Rankin starting to fall back here a little bit, as we saw on that first run as well. And Nate Maurer continues to extend this lead out. That lap, that time by, he was a 10th and a half faster than Rankin. But now they're going to start closing in a little bit of lap traffic here as Tony Stays clear, a little too clear, up into the wall there a little bit. I always appreciate these guys that do that. I mean, we always tell them you don't have to bury it into the wall. Give some room for sure. But Tony Minton, another one of those great drivers that we have here in the series. That very clean racer, very good racer. Shown some speed throughout the season. Not a lot of speed here tonight, but glad to have him out here and a part of the series for sure. And if we could start a grassroots rally, bring back Captain Crunch. Bring back Captain Crunch.
Miss the old Captain Crunch.
And Nate Maurer continues to show his might here tonight, as he is now almost out to 2 seconds of the lead. These guys still have to make one more pit stop here tonight. Again, they go about 72 to 75 laps on a tank of fuel. They last pitted on lap 45. So anybody that wants to do public math, lap 120-ish is where they'll have to stop?
Right.
Did I public math that one okay?
I think you did.
Nice.
I'm going to agree with you either way.
So when you look at that, that's about 20 laps to go, somewhere in that area. So a lot of decisions to be made. Is that a gas and go? Is that a 2-tire? I don't think anybody does 4 tires. I mean, what do you think, Jamie?
With that few laps, yeah, I definitely probably look at. Yeah, that's tough. I'm definitely not going to do more than 2.
Right.
We've seen in the past that Richmond and the trucks definitely get away with a 2-tire stop. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if that long run, I'm probably going to take 2 tires. If it's fuel you're going to need to probably get to the end, take that right side.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one.
But you're going to need more than just a splash.
You will. I mean, with 20 laps to go, you're going to need a couple gallons there. And really, as I think about it, I'd probably be looking at stopping with about 25 to go. If I make the decision, that I'm going to take 2 tires, I want to get the use out of those 2 tires. So, maybe about 25 to go. Bring it in, grab those 2 tires, and try to take advantage of that, and hope the leader stays out and tries to just do a gas and go, and maybe those tires make the difference. Who knows? We'll have to see what these drivers decide to do.
Now, Long's got a little bit loose up off of turn 2. What's going on with him right now? Looks like he missed the corners at both ends of the track. Went right on Scott Rankin's bumper trying to make a pass. Giving up almost 6/10 of a second.
And a shout out to Jamie Mullins. He also races over in the Super Late Model Series on Tuesday night. He's been an awesome guy to have a part of the league. He's a retired Air Force guy. Yeah, Air Force guy, right, Jamie?
Yeah, we don't hold it against him.
We don't. He's a lot of fun to have around the league, though. And I tell you, it's good to see him up here racing towards the front here in the Truck Series.
Thank you, Greg.
Always brings a lot of speed to the track for sure. And there's something really cool about that paint scheme. It's just, I don't know, it's just clean, and I like the wings on the side of it. I've always just kind of enjoyed that paint scheme.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I want that light back later. Sorry, Regis.
The hour is gone.
Yeah, he's had enough with these guys. He said, I'm not going to play no more. I'm out.
3 seconds. 3 seconds down front.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, on this long run here, it is crazy the speed he is able to maintain. I mean, these guys behind him are struggling at this point in time, as he's now out to 3.3 seconds, and it just keeps growing.
We've had a taker on pit road. Not sure who that was.
Greg Sherman looks like he has come down, brought that number 24 machine down pit road. He is 3 laps down at this point in time. Got a couple trucks a lap down, Doug Neal and Tony Minton. And Nate Maurer should be coming up on Brandon Wallace and a couple other guys here soon.
yeah, that might be a good stop for Craig. He definitely can make it the rest of the way from here.
Oh, yeah.
Day 3.
Yep.
Those new tires really might make a difference for him. And hopefully give him an opportunity to get a couple of these laps back.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on him here and see how he does. But we'll go back through the field here a little bit, check on our playoff drivers. As we've been talking a lot about Nate Maurer. We know where he sits and continues to extend his lead out to 3.4 seconds. Scott Rankin running back in second position on one of the early leaders in our pole sitter here tonight. Joe Yanks running back in fourth position. Again, just running his race, understanding where he needs to be so he can be in the championship next week. Jake Ham fighting for everything that he's got right now. Is that there's 3 trucks right now kind of battling it out. And Regis Clark back in 7th position. And Alex Cruz in 8th. So, as predicted, Jamie, Regis and Alex have connected once again and are running nose to tailgate.
That's maybe all Alex was waiting for. Now it's time to go. You got his drafted partner, and now it's time to get to the front.
Those are your 6 playoff. And Alex Cruz is going to bring his truck down pit lane. So, knowing he can't get there on whatever pit strategy, he brings it down early and is going to grab some tires and try to make up some time with fresh tires here. So, bold strategy there by the number 5 machine, but you got to do something. He brings Jake Ellingson down with him. Those 2 racing tonight. Salty Dog Motorsports is an affiliate of Goat Locker Racing. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. Jake races with us. We race with him. He's Goat Locker Racing stepchild. And we love him as such. We mercifully make fun of him and abuse him.
No grip packs here, buddy.
Scott Rankin continues Nate Maurer continues to pull away here. We start to see a couple of these guys coming off pit road.
Scott Rankin is bringing it down.
Well, with this few trucks left on the lead lap here, I don't know that that's such a big gamble. Some of these other trucks are going to come down pit road here. So, looks like a couple of these guys have decided to cut this run in half.
Looks like, Jake Ham did stay out. So
and Nate Maurer's brought his truck down pit road.
He saw what was going on.
Oh, and Jake Ham brings it down pit road.
Flag.
So a lot of our trucks, looks like once the window opened and a couple guys called it, a lot of guys coming down pit road. And we'll continue to kind of watch here a little bit and see where everything sorts out. There's all trucks. Looks like they're going to grab their 4 tires. Looks like Brandon Wallace is going to take over the lead of this race.
That's not something you say every day.
No.
So did Scott and Joe, was that a 2-tire stop or did they take 4?
That was a 2-tire stop. It looks like, no, those were 4-tire stops right there. It looks like Alex Cruz took 2 tires. Just judging off pit times here. We'll bring it up once everything kind of sorts itself out here. And we'll take a look at some of these pit stops and the length of time they were on. And Mike Bertosa is around again. That's going to bring the yellow out. Looks like most everybody was able to stay on the lead lap. All the playoff drivers were, so I don't think it's really going to mess with the running order too much here, but caution is back out for Mike Bertosa. We'll go back and take a look at what happened. He comes off of corner number 2, up into the outside wall. Oh, hard into the inside wall in front of a whole group of drivers. Man, Jamie, he is having a tough night.
14 fitting.
Jeez.
Yeah, luckily, though, I mean, so far his issues have been contained to just himself.
Very true.
That was,
read that bumper.
again, the first time around he nearly took Nate Maurer out.
For that caution.
To bounce off the wall. It's like he had another close call here.
Brandon Wallace credited for leading a couple laps here tonight. So, good job,
missed
buddy.
that night. Sorry, what'd you say?
Good for him.
Still don't like you.
How much you
Good
paid
job.
for that caution?
Tony, how much do I owe you for that one?
Wasn't me.
It was a gentleman's agreement, no monetary exchange.
We'll see Alex Cruz. Anybody else that only took 2 tires come down here.
Jacob, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you might as well come grab you 4 fresh. Yep. And he passes up pit road.
I did.
Sure about that. You're already.
I probably blew about as much as you want on that thing. I never wanted
He is
to
running
so I
7th.
just gave up.
All I put in was $20 too. The rest of that was free money from everybody else.
All right, as we. Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
don't
it's
care
it's
to
gonna
go.
make this thing
Yeah,
into a shootout, Jamie.
Harry, they would
I mean,
do,
they're gonna
like,
get the
2
green
slots
flag with about
for,
29 laps left to go
$500.
here,
Like you pay $500 for a slot.
and so
And then
that's a
one
short
of the
run.
2 people win $1,000. So pretty much you only make $500. But yeah, man, there's some big ballers in there.
Really surprised to see how Nate Bauer was able to pull away. Took him 40 laps just to get by Scott Rankin on that first one. He would have got around him and get too far. This run, he just completely dominated.
Yeah.
Entire field. So.
Scott Rankin is gonna have to get up on the wheel of that number 49 truck and get out front. Nate Maurer gets back out front again. He's just gonna set sail.
Yeah.
So Scott Rankin's gonna need to have one hell of a restart here. Joe Yates is going to restart back in the 3rd position. Jamie Mullins in 4th. Alex Cruz is going to restart in that 5th position. We'll have to see how those 2 tires hold up, though.
Yeah.
As Jake Ellingson's going to restart 6th. 7th is Jake Ham. 8th, Regis Clark. 9th is going to be Doug Deal. And rounding out the top 10 is that old Tony Mitten. Bring back Captain Crunch. Bring back Captain Crunch.
Good run for Tony tonight.
Absolutely, man. Good to see him out here having a great run tonight.
Glenda's cheering him on. Unfortunately, I can't see the Twitch chat here. This set up, so I do miss that. Have a lot of fun interacting with everybody that's sitting there, but hopefully Glenda's enjoying this race as much as Tony.
I hope everybody's enjoying this race as much as we are. That has been a phenomenal race here tonight. Had a lot of great racing. A couple cautions. Hey, that's okay.
All right, good luck, boys.
As I tuned in, Glenda says, yep, she is watching and she's definitely having a good time.
Nice.
Oh, and Mama Ellingson said if he's our stepchild, she's going to pack his clothes up and send him over to us. No.
Well, she sends him to Indiana.
No. Green flag is out. We are back underway. As the 971 of 49, and again, we're going to watch Scott Rankin take that high line, tuck it down low, power that truck up. Not quite enough of a run, though.
Nate Maurer saw that trick the last time around. He was ready for it this time.
As now Jamie Mullins is on the outside of the 87 truck. So we watch a lot of great side-by-side racing here. The 87 and 66 continue to race side-by-side. Scott Rankin continues to try to use that line. Nate Maurer has got that. He's just painting the bottom of the track right now, Jamie.
Yeah, he's good.
And Mama Ellingson says 50-50 custody. You get him half the time, I get him half the time. Dang it. How did we end up with this deal, Jamie?
I don't know.
Ugh. All right. Oh, caution has come out. I don't know where it's come from, but if I had to guess, Mike Bertosa's sitting down on pit road right now, and I'm guessing he probably towed back to pit road. So, now we're really in for a shootout tonight.
I'm really enjoying the, like, you and me, Nate, we make our pace in completely different ways, and it's so good to see.
Alright.
You just kill your tires a little quicker.
4 positions for those 2 tires. really
Dude,
needs
that
to go.
long run that we did a little bit ago,
Four
my
tires on
right
that
front
truck.
was 82, 82, 83.
And at this point in time, those 4 tires will probably show up.
Oh, absolutely.
They've run a few laps out here. Get down on or pass up pit road. I don't think.
It's pretty much got to be you're just completely breaking in a straight line. That's got to be the only difference.
I don't know, Jamie. I don't know.
Lucky dog coming high.
I mean, there hasn't been enough cautions to use up all the sets we gave them.
No, absolutely not. Well, we'll head back up front here. 38 truck going by is the lucky dog here, so that's going to put him only 1 lap down here tonight. Nate Maurer continues to lead here as we're under our 3rd caution of the evening. I think they've all came out for the same reason, haven't they, Jamie?
Unfortunately, yes.
That's all right, Mike. We love having you around, man. It's been a tough night for you. I guarantee a few of these drivers here. Oh, pit road must not have been open because here comes Alex Cruz right now. I guarantee a few of these drivers are very thankful Mike's in the field
I know
tonight.
you're in the title hunt, man. I want you,
Give them a little bit of a break here, allow them to catch their breath, grab some tires.
Screw him.
Didn't have to
Take
see
that
green
spot.
flag stops. Well, we did see some green flag stops earlier.
Yeah,
No,
show
we
no
didn't.
mercy.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
I appreciate that.
That
That was
last
a good
run
battle
was
there.
green flag.
Oh,
So they
fun
thought
battle
they
when you
kicked
were
them
done.
out right after they were completed.
Hey, Doug, sorry
I
about
think they
that
got
contact there,
completed.
brother.
For the most part, I think a couple trucks
Nah,
that
I
stayed
think
out,
I
like
believe
Brandon
that. I
Wallace,
came up
which
a
got
little
him back
before.
on the
My
lead
fault.
lap. But Alex Cruz is going to be
I don't know what to
restarted
do
back
up
in
here in the
13th
front
position,
wheel,
but he's
you
going to
know.
have 4 fresh
Haven't been
tires.
up here before.
I do think they're going to make a difference. I mean, there's going to be about 20
I
laps to
sent
go.
my own mom into the wall.
I don't know that
after
it's
the
going to
race.
be much of a difference unless one of these other playoff drivers have, some sort of issue here. But he's going to have a fresh set of tires.
Yeah, and Ellington, it still didn't work. I sent Doug to grab a P3.
Well, I mean, if it's 50-50 split custody with Jake, can I have him in the winter so he can shovel snow? I
It's
guess.
actually been like
I guess.
just a
You take it-
great season.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like
You
the
take him in
racing has
winter
been
and then I'll
tight but
game in the
good.
summer so I can keep the boat going.
Done and done. Where do we sign up, Mama Alex?
Part of me's still a little sad we aren't getting season-long points.
Just
believe they're stacking up 2 by 2 here with 1 left to go until we go green. Lights are out
Need
on the
this to
place
go
truck.
green the rest of the way, though. I'm only good on the long runs.
22 laps to go, so they'll take the green flag with 21 laps to go. Mama Ellingson says she'll do his laundry and pack him up tomorrow. Perfect. That's how you know you're loved. She's probably doing his laundry right now. Quick, while he's racing, he doesn't know what's going on. Pace truck is off. 22 laps to go to see who our Final Four playoff drivers is going to be heading to Auto Club next week. Nate Maurer gets a good start. This time, Scott Rankin gets a pretty good start as well. I expect to see the same move. Goes very high. Joe Yakes is going to kind of mess that move up for him. As Joe Yakes stuck that 87 underneath Scott Rankin, he wasn't able to make that move like he had been.
Wow. Sure, that'll be an interesting conversation in the team meeting post-race.
As Joe Yakes now clears for second position, and the fight is on back there as we got a bunch of trucks battling out. Scott Rankin now finds himself back in a hornet's nest. Jake Ham wheeling that 3 machine for all it's worth. Here comes Regis Clark as well as he's trying to battle up there, knowing that he needs to get up there. A lot of great racing back going on here, and I don't know if the tires are going to make much of a difference. We're watching Alex Cruz just fall backwards here a little bit.
Well, he's stuck on the outside. He can't get the truck down.
That might be the end of his playoff run here, but Jake Ham continues to try to move that 3 machine up. With the 8 right behind him, it's not going to make a difference. Oh, the 0-2 into the outside wall.
Oh, there's a wreck. Oh,
Jake Ellingson
man.
involved.
And
Alex
Brandon Walls
Cruz.
just got launched to the moon.
Let's go back and take a look here at what happened. We'll slow it down here a little bit. As we see, it looks like
Did
the
I come up on
0-2
you?
gets hooked by the 27,
Yes, sir.
and they collide there.
Sorry.
As the 27 comes back up onto the track, Brandon Wallace gets smacked by both of them up into Alex Cruz. Alex Cruz gets hit by the 38, which, well, yep, bye, Brandon. We'll wait for you to come back into the atmosphere. Oh, as we see the 5 truck flip. Oh, here he comes. Oh, there he is. Back down onto the track. Well, that was a big bounce, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Oh, my goodness. The 99 and the 5. Oh, wow. That is one of the most magnificent accidents I have seen in iRacing. Golly. We've seen a little bit of a rash of cautions here. $16 laps left to go. Mama Ellingson, he did some laundry yesterday, so not much to do. You might just get him tonight. I got 2 boys. I don't need another one. Well, that was really interesting to see with Joe Yates and Scott Rankin, because Scott Rankin trying to set up that move again to get a strong run, and Joe Yates is like, hey, I know Nate Maurer has seen this move before, but so have I. So completely sends that 87 truck in, and we'll have to see how he does starting on the outside, because this is the furthest up we've seen Joe tonight.
Yeah. We've seen, typically he's been around 4th, sitting as far back as 6th. See what he can do up here with the leader now.
$14 laps left here to go tonight to decide who our championship 4 drivers are going to be moving into next week at Auto Club. As we roll around under caution here, I want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors right now. Jam Printing and Promotions for all they've done for us throughout the season. Gill Insurance Advisors, which you've seen on the side of Alex Cruz's truck and everything that they do. Big shout out to Veterans 48 as we will continue our partnership with them moving into next year, and just all the different support we've got. The Ellingson family, we always have to give you guys a big shout out. The cool water bottles you guys have supplied and all the other stuff that you've done for our league and drivers has been really, really awesome. And as we wind down season number 2 and season number 1 of the Super Late Models, we'd be remiss without sending out a lot of thank yous.
Absolutely. We'll do this stuff without you guys.
So how aggressive is a guy like Jake Ham going to be? He's got to get up there. He's got to be able to get up there and make something happen. It looks like Alex Cruz is still stuck on pit lane here. So tough night for him as he is 4 laps down at this point in time.
Wow.
Green flag is out. He held him all the way to the green flag, which allowed Joe Yates to stay right next to him. Joe Yates is going to try that outside move. Oh, my. He's trying.
Oh.
He's going to try to cross him over. No such luck there. As we see Scott Rankin and Jake Ham battling it out. Doug Neal kind of backed out of it there, thought better of it. Oh, golly, these 5 trucks right here are just wadded up together.
That is a mess right there.
Oh, as we see Doug Neal.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I gotta hold my breath. These 5 trucks are getting after it. This is insane. Jake Ham still fighting for everything he's got, knowing that he's got to get up there. He's got to finish a couple spots in front of Regis Clark in order to make the championship 4 next week. But Regis Clark right now hanging tough on the outside as well. Scott Rankin's giving up no ground on that inside either. This time Jake Ham's able to get around him. We're going to have to see if Regis is going to be able to work his way around as well.
Laps to go.
Oh, my goodness. Scott Rankin sends it down into the corner here. Still watching this battle back here, as this is going to be the battle for the cutoff line between Jake Ham and Regis Clark. Regis really having a strong run on the outside. We'll head back up front here real quick and check in on our leaders, Nate Maurer and Joe Yates. Joe Yates is hanging in. As it now looks like Regis is past Scott Rankin is still there. None of these
Scott Rankin, I mean, he was so strong in the early going in this race. And now, back in traffic, it's like this is where it's going to go.
Now we see Jamie Mullins send his truck down off into the corner. Going to try to move past Scott Rankin here. Oh, my goodness. And he sails it off into turn 1 as well. Sticks it underneath the 8 truck. Here comes the 66. That 66 is looking stout right now. Holds a little bit lower line, not one to give up that inside, but moves around Regis Clark. And now,
Jake Ham wants to see.
Oh, the 977
Sorry, Scott.
pushing Scott Rankin through the corner. Backs out of it.
Oh, you're good, man. It was nearly identical in front of me as well, but don't worry too much.
Oh, my. Oh, damn. And there's 3 laps left to go. I'm watching other stuff right now. Well, that's some exciting racing back there.
Sure is. Joe Yates is trying to put some pressure on Nathan Maurer.
Oh, Jake Ham cannot let the 66 get around him because I don't think he's going to have much of a choice. That 66 is stout right now. 2 laps left to go. Nate Maurer is still leading this race. Joe Yates running back in second. Jamie Mullins has now moved up into 3rd position. So with Jake Ham in 4th and Regis Clark there back in 5th. If Rankin gets up, good gracious, this is for the cutoff line. Final lap here as Nate Maurer looks like he's going to walk away with this one here tonight. No pressure from behind. We're going to watch Scott Rankin.
Oh! Looks like Nathan Maurer was going to be loose off of turn 2, and he keeps it together.
Good job, mate. See you next week.
Nathan Maurer wins.
Thanks, man.
Scott Rankin beats the 8 truck to the line, and I think that may move Jake Ham into the playoffs.
Wow.
We'll check once the results are final, but
What a teammate
Good win,
Scott
Nate.
Rankin is.
Thank you, Jameson.
Great win for Nathan Maurer here tonight. Second
With-
win in the playoffs.
Good racing, fellas.
with Jake Ham finishing in 4th and Regis Clark in 6th, Jake Ham is going to be our 4th playoff driver. Regis Clark only had he had 2 bonus points from the win, so if that ties the 2 of them, Regis Clark will move on with the win. Wow, crazy racing here tonight. But we'll double check everything and get it official here after a little bit. But congratulations to our race winner. Back-to-back wins here in the playoffs for Nate Maurer, the 971 from Simbox Motorsports. What a strong run out of that truck tonight, Jamie.
Absolutely.
All right, Nate, you got to mix it up here. We've seen you do this. You hold the brake, you smoke the tires. Come on, do something different.
Like that meme with the little guy with the stick. Pumpkin, do something.
Yeah, do something. Come on. Damn, Jamie, that was some exciting racing there on the end.
It was. And I don't think anybody made one bit of contact with each other.
We'll have to double check the point
Hey,
standings
Mullins,
here and
congratulations
everything
on
once
podium,
everything
brother.
becomes
Hold
official.
on.
And we will get the announcement out of who the last
Thank you,
playoff
sir.
driver
It's
is.
the
But
first one of the year.
I
It was great. It's
I
great
think
to be
Regis
there with
Clark
y'all
and Jake
there.
Ham are going to
Didn't
tie
know
in the
what it's like
points,
to
and that
race
tiebreaker is
some
going to go to
fast
the
guys.
win for Regis
Y'all are
Clark.
very, very clean and respectable.
That Cam really needed to hold on to that third place.
Oh, for sure. I was real worried. Like in
As
that,
we're waiting on
that second
anybody
spin, I was
to
chopping
come
your
into
nose
the
a whole
waiting
bunch
room
of time,
here.
but that's just
Oh,
how it
there's Joe Yakes.
Oh no, man!
Let's
I'm kind of glad that you did because it
You know,
gave me some opportunity
where
to,
is- I have no idea
figure
where
out
Jamie
how to
Mullins
race
is at.
like that. You know what I mean?
Jamie Mullins, you've been called to the principal's
You
office,
did what
so
you got
be
to
sure
do,
to get
man.
your butt over
Ain't
here.
nothing wrong with that. Don't.
No, man. I mean, we're heading to the championship race
Step
next
away
week. I
real
don't
quick,
walk
I'll
in
get
there and
this
have
started.
another enemy out on track.
Back
Fuck
in.
that.
Oh no, man! It takes a lot to really make
Waiting
me
on a
mad.
couple of these guys to show
Like I
up
said,
here.
I'm gonna have to
With some
clean my steering
awesome
wheel
racing
off real
here
good.
tonight.
It's soaking wet.
I mean, just unbelievable racing here tonight, Jamie. Oh, there comes Nate Maurer, as we're still waiting on James.
Yeah, you see what I did there?
Well,
Well,
let's
I
go
heard
ahead
the
and
racing
grab a
was
hold of
good,
Joe Yakes and have a
but it
chat with
wasn't
him as we're
that
waiting on
good.
Jamison Mullins.
It is to me.
Dude,
Hey,
that
Joe,
was
Pat and JB up in the
fantastic.
booth.
That
You got a
was
copy?
like racing porn
I
right
sure do.
Well, Joe, I mean, a solid race out of the 87 machine here tonight. We saw you run, as far back as sixth place, and then here late in the race got up to second position. So take me through your race. It just really looked like you were trying to run a smart race, a clean race, and keep that truck in position to make sure that you made the championship four.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did tonight. I mean, I knew going into this one with the points we had, all I needed was like a solid top 10. But you guys know me, I'm not going to settle for just a top 10. So I was trying to, just hold it that top 5. And we kind of got shuffled out, just had some bad track position. There's that one restart, kind of got up into the wall a little bit, racing everybody. And just kind of needed that last caution to kind of reset. And once we were in position, it was like, all right, it's go time. Let's see if we got anything for Nathan. Thought I did. Which I tried to pin him to the bottom there, coming off a 2 in the restart, and he cleared me. I went to go cut low, and he kind of threw a little bit of a block, and I backed off because him and I have been racing great all season. Like there's no reason to get into him for Richmond here. So it was fun and respectful and great racing tonight.
Congratulations, Joe. Sorry to have to join in here late with your interview, but a great run tonight. Great, continue on with the playoffs. Final 4 next week going after that championship. So best of luck to you then. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we've been streaming all these races here on Glimish, and the Glimish community has been kind of rallying behind me here and supporting me, and my teammates, Scott, Jake, Regis, we were all working so well together. Like we kind of had like a pre-race meeting. We figured out what does each driver need for points, and we kind of just raced each other smartly and cleanly to try to give each of us the best shot. I mean, our team was working so well together. I can't really ask for better teammates to have out there on the track. And hopefully we can go out there and secure this championship next week for all of our fans and sponsors.
Best of luck, Joe, our regular season champ. Now made it to the championship 4 at Auto Club. So best of luck next week, and hopefully having a chat with you.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and grab Jamie Mullins here, our third place finisher here tonight. Hey, Jamie, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I got to watch a fantastic race here at Richmond Speedway tonight. And I tell you what, you had a lot of steam underneath that 66. So take me through your race here tonight and how you brought it home with the podium finish.
Well, I'm actually ecstatic because I wasn't able, I ran up front with these guys. I wasn't able to do that throughout the year, with these fast guys and everything. But I don't know, Richmond, to me, I like this track. To me, it's a driver's track who can outbreak somebody. But I was also cautious too. I knew the guys. I had a front row seat to that race up front. And it was an amazing race. Nate and Scott and Joe, those guys ran a great race, and I just felt blessed to be able to run up front with those guys.
Jamie, congratulations on that strong finish tonight, man. Great run for you. It seems like the last couple of weeks you've really been coming on, starting to show some of that speed that we saw, when you came into the league prior to the start of the season. And like as you just said, we haven't really seen that through most of the season, but we're starting to see it now. So, what are you contributing to the difference? Maybe just getting comfortable, or what's going on there?
Yeah, the first part of the season, it kind of felt, I was trying to adjust who I can race around, who I can't race around, who I feel comfortable with. But running running behind these fast guys really helped me. I'm able to see where they were out driving me, where I could do better as far as my braking points, throttle points, getting back on the throttle. Maybe I was diving in too deep. Being able to follow these fast guys and things like that, I think improved me quite a bit. I'm really excited for the next season coming up. Now that I got the first season just about under me, I think we got one race to go, two races to go.
One race to go, sir.
One race to go. It's going to be exciting. Like I said, I wanted to race these guys hard as I could, but I also didn't want to jeopardize their opportunity to take it into the final round and have the chance at the title. But I kind of felt handicapped in a way, but not handicapped because they raced me so clean that I was telling these guys I have to wipe my steering wheel off because it's soaking wet. But but these guys here, this league hands down is one of the best out there, if not the best. I really enjoy racing with these guys, and I really appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to come in here and do this. I think it was the hat race that I got invited in here, but man, just learning from these guys, I can't ask for nothing else. I'm having a blast. Whenever I can log off, no matter how I do, with a smile on my face, to me, it's a productive night.
Well, we're glad to have you here, man. We talked about you quite a bit in the broadcast, how much we like having you around here. So glad to hear you're having fun. That's what it's all about. And again, congratulations on a great run. So anybody you need to thank, shout out, sponsors.
Yeah, first off, Adam Lang, he painted my truck for me. It's a tribute truck to my Air Force days. Pedro 66. It was a helicopter crash. It killed some of my brothers on board. I want to give a shout out to him for painting it. My teammates, Timothy, I'm going to butcher it again. He told me it, but DeLugas, yeah, Timothy DeLugas, Greg Barnett, those guys are amazing. They've helped me a lot. Those guys are great. John Anthony and Dustin Harrell, those guys wasn't able to make it tonight. And I just want to, throw it out there that Dustin's grandmother passed away, and that's one of the reasons why he wasn't here. So just everybody keep his family in their prayers. Let them go through this tough, let them get through this tough time. But those are the people I want to, and y'all are awesome. I can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast. I'm pretty sure it was an awesome broadcast, and I hope that we put on a show for everybody there. And thank y'all very much. I really appreciate what y'all do for this league.
Hey, man. Well, we always have a blast. Enjoy having you out. I especially enjoy having you out because I like whooping your butt in the super lates every Tuesday night. So
yeah, we got that. Yeah,
that makes it fun for me.
Well, you got a bounty, so I mean, I at least got to try,
Hey, come get you some on Tuesday, man. But great to see you. Great to interview you. Closing out the season strong here. We'll see you Tuesday night at the doubleheader in the Super Lates, and then we'll see you at the season finale next week at Auto Club. But awesome run here tonight, Jamie.
Thank you. I do want to give one more shout out.
No, your time's
Scott,
up. No, that's it. Time's up.
Nathan.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, good luck to those guys. They're real classy drivers, and I wish them all the best of luck next week.
Absolutely.
So, thank y'all again. I appreciate it, and I know my time's up.
All right, brother. Take care.
Thank you.
I would not call Scott Rankin a class act, but
Nah.
not even close. All right, let's grab. Hey, Nate, it is Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Thanks for getting me out of that channel so I don't gotta listen to good old Scott anymore.
You're welcome. Hey, we were just talking crap about him too, so it's okay.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
In his own mind, you're right. In his own mind, he is. Congratulations on back-to-back wins here in the playoffs. First and foremost, strong run out of the 971 here tonight, man. So just take us through the race here a little bit. In that first run, you just kind of settled into second place as the run went on. You got around Rankin, but afterwards it was like, I don't know, you turned the jets on and you were gone, man. So take us through your race tonight and how you brought home the win.
That's Scott only got that 1 second lead on me because he totally jumped that green flag start there. I thought we went on green, and he went a good bit before the green dropped. So I'm just gonna settle here. I never have good short run speed here at Richmond. I feel like I always have decent long run speed, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait to attack them when we get to lap traffic, and that's kind of what I did. Trying to be patient with the lap traffic. I could have took my 3 wide going to one time. I was like, I'm just gonna wait. I mean, I was watching their lap times back and forth, so I thought let them have some time to shine up front. Then I knew when I got the lead, and it came to I just didn't know. Me and Doug were talking about when to pit. I told Doug pitted. I didn't know if I should pit. I was like, I can't pit. I'll get screwed out. I've been screwed over so many times at short tracks by having the lead and pitting, and you got the guys that stay out till the last drop of fuel, and then you're down a lap or two. So I just kind of waited. Once I seen Scott pit, I was like, okay, I got to pit now. And then of course the caution came out, but luckily I was still in the lead lap in P3, and the guys in front of me, my teammate Doug and the other guy, had to pit because they were on pretty old tires. And yeah, I ran a 16 to 1 tonight, and I was like, this thing is not going to the short run speed. Joe was there. Mullins had a really good run tonight. It was fun seeing him up front. Yeah, I don't even know. And then the cautions just kept on coming out, and I think it might have been that last caution. I thought for sure the field was going to pit, so I kind of slowed down, and everybody else slowed down. So I stayed out. Luckily, most of them guys stayed out, and I was really scared when Joe Yates started on my outside. When restarts here, you can really wrap that high line on the first lap on a green flag drop. I thought he was going to be able to clear me. I kind of pinched him up a little bit. I didn't want him getting a run off of me coming off of turn 2 and getting underneath me in 3. I think the race would have been over then. But no, man, it was fun. It was a great race tonight.
I think you missed the recap of lap 68. I think we got all the other laps in. I think you missed.
What happened 68? I don't even know.
I don't know. That was a long race recap. I thought you were just recapping every single lap for us.
I didn't do the last lap or anything.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
David, congratulations once again on winning 2 playoff races and 2 wins. So that sets you up pretty good for next week at Auto Club Speedway for the championship. What's your thoughts there?
I told you guys probably about 2 months ago I'm not good at that track. So you said it probably wasn't a smart thing for me to say, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good there. See what happens. Do the points carry over, or points totally restart from playoff points?
Nope. Everybody will be reset at 3,000. It is a heads-up race.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully I'm talking to you next week, but I probably won't be.
Jeez,
see what
man.
happens. See what happens. I mean, I'm just honest. I'm not good there. Maybe I'll do some practice this week, but I never really practice. So, see what happens. But I mean, it's all in all, if I don't get to talk to you guys again, it's been a hell of a time racing with you guys this season. I kind of just joined you guys just to be a filler league till my other league started up, and here I am still. You guys are just a great group of guys. You got Scott the comedian, and you got Joe, who I'm always battling every week. Joe's probably one of my favorite competitors to race against. Great guy, and yeah, it's just fun racing everybody in here.
Well, again, man, I mean, congratulations on a strong season. 5th win of the season here, back-to-back here in the playoffs, and you never know. We'll see what that 971 when the belt's on the line. We'll see what you do next week.
I'll give it my best.
All right, brother man. We'll see you out there on the track next week.
Have a good night, guys.
You too. Well, Jamie, that race lived up to everything it should have. That was
Tweets, yes. They're 123.
what?
Okay.
Must be talking to somebody else. I don't
Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call.
know. I was like,
Whoa.
what happened? Something's happening.
I hope that was muted.
It was not, sir. But that's okay.
Oh, great. Okay.
But yeah, we're
Sorry
back.
about that.
We're back here in the broadcast, hanging out around the 6 here. Got the results up from tonight, but we've talked about our playoff drivers, and I guess we need to make an announcement, huh? So, as suspected there, Regis Clark and Jake Ham tied in the points with 2,033. Tiebreaker goes to that win, so Regis Clark is going to be our 4th playoff driver heading into Auto Club next week. So, Nate Maurer, Joe Yates, Scott Rankin, and Regis Clark are our 4 drivers battling it out for the title next week, Jamie.
By the skin of his teeth. The disappointment for Jake Ham for sure to be that close and come up short. Wow. It's exciting though when you get ties like that. Who would have thought? I really don't. What race was it that Regis won?
Oh, you would ask that question, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I know, but it's been several weeks ago. I know it was past the halfway point of the season.
That was Atlanta. It was the cutoff race.
Oh, okay.
Heading into the playoffs, it was Atlanta.
Seems like it was longer ago than that. But, well, look, I mean, he got into the playoffs by the skin of his teeth, and he gets into the Final Four the same way. So maybe that's a good sign there for Regis going to that championship.
And it's a heads-up race between those 4 drivers. No points carry over, nothing. We reset them at 3,000. Best man wins the title.
Absolutely.
But as we look back down through the field here, some great runs. Tough run for Alex Cruz there. Just kind of hung out in the back of the pack. Really didn't have a whole lot of speed, and then got wrapped up in that late caution there when him and Brandon Wallace decided to jump their trucks, basically, which was quite awesome to see in the replay and all that stuff, but not good for the truck. Not a bad night for Jake Ellingson either. Apparently our legitimate stepchild at this point in time with split custody. And as I saw in the comments there on Twitch from the Bread Factory, Greg Sherman sneaks in a top 10. So congratulations to him on a strong finish. And from what I saw in the chat too, Glenda promised that Captain Crunch will be back for the last race of the season. We missed the Captain Crunch truck. We do. But again, thanks to everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network. We have an absolute blast. And had an absolute blast calling the race here this evening. A lot of great racing here. Again, a big shout out to all of our sponsors: Jam Printing and Promotions, Gill Insurance Advisors, Veterans 48. Stay tuned. This week coming up. Well, tomorrow night we have the Goat Locker Racing Extreme Xfinity Series. So please tune in at 9 p.m. tomorrow for that one. And then we'll turn around on Monday night and we'll be in the Goat Locker Racing Retro Cup Series. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better racing than it has been in the first couple of weeks, because it has been, well, if you've tuned in, it hasn't been the best. And then Tuesday night, as I was talking about before, next week, we'll crown a super late champion with a doubleheader. We'll start at the Bull Ring, and then we'll move on to 5 Flags to close out the super late model series. And the next Thursday night, be sure to tune in, Auto Club Speedway. Nathan Maurer, Joe Yakes, Scott Rankin, Regis Clark. Who's going to bring home the trophy for Season 2 in the trucks? But for me and Jamie and everybody here at Goat Locker Racing, thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you all tomorrow night.